Reverend Ron. I am Reverend Ron. Welcome to my ministries. Will you come along, help me make the change we need for prosperity? No noise from the left, no noise from the right. Propaganda meant to distract and lie. Criminals we elect, enslave your life through work to grave. Become part of the change for future need. Hypocrites, false prophets, and greeds are not the way in, 'cause we'll all get proven wrong. But we'll all carry on and light up the dawn. Will you come along? Do the God you fear know the stuff you hear from those who claim to speak for them? You know it's not true, so what do you do? Jesus said, give to the poor, love thy neighbor, trust in the Lord. What are you prepared to do? What sacrifice can you give for the future of mankind? This is Reverend Ron's ministry. I am Reverend Ron. 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 Welcome to my ministries. Will you come along, help me make the change we need for prosperity? No noise from the left, no noise from the right. Propaganda meant to distract and lie. Criminals we elect, enslave your life through work to grave. Become part of the change for future need. Hypocrites, false prophets, and greeds are not the way in, 'cause we'll all get proven wrong. But we'll all carry on and light up the dawn. Will you?
Hello, everyone.
Along?
Thank you for being patient. I just figured we'd hang out for a bit.
Fear, know the stuff you hear
Let a few folks arrive.
from those who claim to speak for them. You know it's not true, so what do you do?
Tell me what you think about the song. I love this song. I made it. Of course I love it.
Give to the poor, love thy neighbor, trust in the Lord. What are you prepared to do?
So I think what we're going to do tonight
Sacrifice
is we're going to answer some email. I have some email finally. Someone sent me some email. A couple of folks, actually. And then we're going to talk about some stuff in the news, current events. It's been a while since I've been online, so I just said I'm just going to have a live show. Why not? Might as well just jump in, right? I've been doing podcasts since January. And let me kill the music here. Let me pause that. We don't need any more of that. So here we are, Reverend on Ministries podcast. Welcome aboard. And a lot of things going on. I think this summer is going to be very interesting. Between social unrest, the virus, there's just a lot of things that are brewing, and just throw in a mass murder every so often, you got yourself a whole big stew of bullshit, right? I never thought I'd see it in my lifetime that America would look like a third world country. And forget the Republican Democrat crap. I mean, I'm just talking about look around your neighborhood. So I live in a nice area. Rents are relatively not overwhelming, but definitely, how do you say, um, middle class neighborhood. Yeah. So not a high rate of crime, but some. And I'm finding heroin needles and all kinds of stuff out on the streets. And it really is becoming a sad thing. I have a 501c3. It's called the Collins Ashford Foundation. And basically, our mission is to help homeless and needy and, just however we can figure stuff out. So we're kind of changing our mission around a little bit to see if we could do more effectively and efficiently. But the point is, I've been out many, too many times to count and talk to these folks who are on the streets, and this is their home. And there are some folks drinking and they're drunk and lots of drug addicts, but there's a lot of good people out there just falling. There's people who work, man. When I volunteer at the shelters, right? Homeless shelters, we wake people up to go to work for they're not late to their job. So it's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling, and we need to just whatever's going on. We need to realize the consequences on where we're going forward. I mean, I don't see anything that's going on worth me trying to kill a fellow American citizen for some belief that I have. And I'm talking about warlike mentality that we're going to fight each other somehow or another. This is America. We do our fighting in the ballot box. We have a war on words, ideologies. You want to be number one again? Let's do it. But we are so not number one in so many categories where we used to lead the world. So my ministry is about helping your neighbor, your fellow man. Not, I'm not downplaying the role of charities because I have one and we try our best. It's very difficult. But it doesn't substitute buying someone on the street a dinner or maybe 6 or 7 of your neighbors throwing 10, 15, 20 bucks a piece and give that guy on the street that's been there in the cold for like the last 3 days and buy him a hotel room for the night or something. Sorry for that. It's just love, dude. It's just love. Just love. I and I'm not saying it's a generational thing. I definitely think there is a generational thing going on. Most definitely. So anyway, that's boring. Let's go back. Let me pull up some of my emails. Here we go. Jennifer from North Carolina. She says, why? I don't know what she's trying to say here. Okay, why are the GOP and Dems not listening to reality? Well, I don't know. What's reality? What's reality? I don't know. Explain reality to me. I know my reality is I see the world in one way. Your reality is the way you see it. And when you look at our leadership, they're not really leading now, are they? And you know who's at fault? We are. We are. We keep putting these people. We are electing the same fools over and over and over again. But we're always blaming the other guy. See, our team is sacred, but the other guy is always the enemy. So it's a football mentality, man. You shouldn't be basing your politics on football mentality. Well, who am I to tell you what to do? Well, you're right. I'm nobody. But really, you want your? I mean, if that's what you want to do, I guess you have the right to do whatever you want, just like the rest of us do. So, going right along. Oh, I was going to take a peek at what's going in the news these days. What they're calling news. This is a getting this from yahoonews.com. I don't know why I like Yahoo. I can get it from anywhere. So if you have a request where you want me to read it to you, just leave a message in the chat room or call it in. If you want me to find a story, if you're in your car and you want to hear a story on the way home, let me know. I don't know how you do that without taking your hands off the wheel, but please don't do that. So the Air Force is going to court martial general. According to Tim O'Donnell, and he works for The Week, General Arnold Bunch, the commander of the Air Force Material Command. Oh, this ain't good. Material Command announced Wednesday that Major General William Cooley of the AFMC, that would be the Air Force Material Command, is headed to court martial on a sexual assault charge. I did not see that coming. The decision marks the first time an Air Force general has faced such a trial. Well, it's about goddamn time. Pardon me. This leads me up to what happens when bosses, first of all, when you hire bosses that don't know how to be bosses. So in the government, be it in the military, to a significant part in just general my experience was in aviation, specifically in air traffic control where I worked. But anything, they kind of get promoted. If you wait them out, they'll just kind of keep moving you up. But you don't belong there, and that breeds incompetence. At some point, that incompetence breeds and trains other people, right? So you get a pile of shit getting raised, and that pile of shit starts training other people. And when you got shit training other shit, well, next thing you know, you just got a lot of shit, right? So my point being, the cops, they fall in that category. A lot of these old cops, if you ever go onto YouTube and you look at these photograph guys, these First Amendment auditors, and you know what? I warn you every time, you got to be careful because there's a lot of bad ones out there that screw it all up and they don't do it right and they're misapplying the law. but there's a lot of other ones that do it well. And you just need to know your own state, your own local ordinances, and your laws. But man, rule of thumb, sidewalk, public sidewalk, and you're taking a picture, take it. Can't really mess with you. Well, they can try, and they will try. But cameras are saving everybody these days. I go out when I'm walking the dog, and I've had the occasion twice in the last 3 months to pull out my camera on cops. I would like to think, at a minimum, just everybody knowing that there's a camera on them, that it immediately just kind of throws in a sense of reality, and now they know that they're being recorded. When things get heated, it's hard to think rationally, man. Come on, I don't care who you are, including comps. They're not trained as much as you believe, or as you have been led to believe. The things I'm hearing, it's more of an introductory course, and then they let you loose on the public, or maybe it should be a little bit more advanced and a little bit more. Let's stop fucking with people and let's just apply the law. I mean, let's just apply the goddamn law. So anyway, back to our story. They're going to court-martial this general for sexual harassment. That's all they said. So, no. Here we go. No, that's Hollywood stuff. I refuse. Well, no, you know what? I got to do this one. According to People, Gabrielle Chung on Wednesday, April 21st. Now, there's certain things that are just you got to pay attention to, because I like to trade. I like to do auctions, storage auctions, right? And remember that old show, Storage Wars? The first one with Brandy and Jared? They quietly split over 2 years ago, according to Gabrielle Chung from People. That's the headline. Let's see what the story says. On Tuesday's season 13 premiere, viewers found out that Passante and Schultz, who starred in the 2014 spinoff Brandy and Jared, Married to the Married to the Job, had split and were no longer a couple. Well, they were nice characters. I enjoyed that one. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the show. We'll try to be a little bit more organized. Please let me know, Reverend Ron Ministries at gmail.com. I would love you to be a guest. Well, while we're doing it, I'm looking for a co-host, make it a little bit more entertaining. So if you're interested to be a co-host, a guest, a reporter for live events, we can start setting that up. I believe it's going to be a very interesting summer, and I would like to be part of that action that's going to go on. And I'm recruiting people who want to be a part of that action, who want to gain some experience and maybe help me grow the business a little bit. And you too can become part of the business. Look, when I was a young kid, I wasn't expected to have any money. I don't have money. I just, I've collected things over the years. And I don't think people know how to make things. I don't think they know how to make a business. Look, I got a nonprofit I'm trying to grow, and I got the Reverend Ministries I'm trying to grow, and I'm involved with the political party that we're trying to grow. And for all of you who are always sitting around saying there's no opportunity, well, I'm giving it to you right now. I'm giving you the opportunity. So we need website designers and co-hosts, reporters, people who know how to edit, it's, consider it a project or something you can actually take pride in, use as a resume, or maybe if it becomes something, you become part of the business you'll have an actual stake into something you've created with your hands. So I encourage you to give that some thought. If you're interested, you can contact us at Reverend Ron Ministries at gmail.com, Reverend Ron Ministries at gmail.com. We're my website. I've been trying to get my website up, but it's hard. It's not hard. It's just I'm not all that creative. So thank you for listening, and I'm going to try to do more live shows and get better at it and grow into a progressive network of real news interviews with real people and try to find out what's really going on out there, because it's getting where you just can't believe anything you hear on that boob tube that we listen to. Enjoy the evening, afternoon, or morning. And this is Reverend Ron Ministries podcast. Over and out. Good night.
I am Reverend Ron. I am Reverend Ron. Welcome to my ministries. Will you come along? Help me make the change we need for prosperity. No noise from the left, no noise from the right. Propaganda meant to distract and lie. Criminals we elect enslave your life through work to grave. Become part of the change for future need. Hypocrites, false prophets, and greeds are not the way in, 'cause we'll all get proven wrong. But we'll all carry on and light up the dawn. Will you come along? Do the God you fear know the stuff you hear from those who claim to speak for them? You know it's not true, so what do you do? Jesus said, give to the poor, love thy neighbor, trust in the Lord. What are you prepared to do? What sacrifice can you give for the future of mankind? This is Reverend Ron's ministry. I am Reverend Ron. 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 I am Reverend Ron.
Good night. This is Reverend Ron Ministries podcast.